Hey guys, how's it going today? Hope you're all doing well. So I'm gonna get straight into it because I have a lot of energy right now and I have a really funny story to tell you all. I was making a video about living in the present moment, and apparently the video was so much living in the present moment, or I was so in the moment that the fucking thing didn't even record, for fuck's sake. So I have to start from scratch. I have to make a whole new video, and I decided, why don't I make a video about something else, take that as a sign that living in the present moment is gonna be for another day. We're gonna live in the past for a minute here, or we're not gonna live in the past, rather. We're gonna start something new. We're gonna do something else. So what I'm going to be talking about today is the fact that you are going to make mistakes. And this is a lesson that everyone, I think, has to learn at some point in their life, that you are going to make mistakes. They're not avoidable. And as disciplined, as perfect, and as smart and strong as you are, you're still going to mess up. Like, no matter what you do, it's unavoidable. And I feel like a lot of people, especially me, have this mentality of, if I mess up one time, then like I ruined everything and all my progress is gone. But the truth of the matter is, this isn't even true. Like, let's say you want to work out and you want to be consistent with it. What's the best way to do that? Is it to try and go every single day right off the bat from 0 to 7 days a week? No, of course not, because you're gonna fail after like the second or third day, and you're just not gonna work out the rest of that week because you already burnt yourself out and you don't have motivation or discipline enough in that skill to just do it every day. I noticed this a lot with myself, that if I try and rush into something new, I just mess up. Like, literally, it's just, I encounter a wall of friction and a barrier, if you will, that prevents me from doing it every day or meeting that goal, because you would have been better off served working out every other day and then ending up working out 4 days a week instead of the 3 that you did work out and then got burnt out. You guys see what I'm saying here? It's much better to pace yourself and not get mad at yourself for these mistakes that you make, because it won't help you in the long run. It'll slow down your progress more than it'll speed it up. That's basically what I'm saying. And I just had this video that wouldn't record, right? And I didn't know it wasn't recording. I went on my 10-minute spiel and my 8-minute spiel. I put it into my computer only to find out that it's not been recorded. All that is gone. Bye-bye. Like, it's over. That video is foobarred, not ever to be seen by the public because it doesn't exist. It's a figment of my imagination. My first instinct was to say, you know, what the hell? Why is the camera not recorded? But to be perfectly honest, it's kind of my fault, because instead of switching the battery to one that wasn't like dead, I just left the battery in. I didn't do my usual precautionary measures, or I didn't really know which precautionary measures to do in the first place, because I had never encountered a problem like this before. So I didn't account for it in my preparations. I just assumed that it would be fine like it usually is. But you can't really just go off that assumption, because that time it does fail will be the time when you learn that lesson that you need to check things before doing them. I know that a lot of people do this. Even I always go back to the gym example, because I feel like the gym is such a great parameter of like every situation. Like, everything can relate back to the gym. And let's say you go in, you try to deadlift 200 pounds and you break your arm. that's probably your fault because you should have first warmed up on some lighter reps and worked your way up. Even if you know that you can do the 200-pound bench, or my numbers are off, but this is just like an example. It's not drawn to scale, if you will. But you probably should have worked your way up, and that's probably why you messed up. The same goes for anything. If you try and leave every piece of homework that you have to the last minute, you're obviously not going to be able to do it, or the quality of what you have done just won't be as good because you rushed it, you didn't put in the proper amount of time because you wanted to do a million other things before doing your homework, which was the only thing that you should have focused on doing. You guys starting to get what I'm saying here? You have to kind of expect yourself to make these mistakes, and you have to learn from them. But before you've learned from them, it's hard to know. Now, I saw a quote a few weeks back. I think it was made by another self-improvement YouTuber named Hamza, but he could have just taken it from someone else. I actually don't remember. But it said that men learn from their mistakes, strong men learn from the mistakes of others around them. And I couldn't relate to this more. Most people will literally have to fail the first time or the first few times to learn that, okay, don't do X, Y, and Z. Do A, B, and C if you actually want to complete the task. So, yeah, but if you are actually really, really intelligent, you should be able to avoid these possible mistakes. But again, I think even that's a stretch because you can't see everything behind your back. If someone came in here right now with a gun and stood behind this mirror right here, I wouldn't see them because I'm looking at the camera. Same goes for your situations in your life. It's entirely possible that something comes to the field that you didn't expect. Something comes into your field of view, if you will, that wasn't accounted for previously, and therefore you need to kind of go a few steps back, figure out what it is you did wrong that got you to the point that you were at originally, and then kind of figure out what it was and know in your mind that this is something you need to work on, know it's a weakness, or just know that, oh, you made a simple mistake and it's time to figure out how to fix it and move on. So that's pretty much it for the spiel, but I think that was a pretty valuable lesson for a lot of you guys to learn. And a lot of new videos coming out. I got a lot of new ideas. I definitely need to make the living in the present video because it was a great video. It just ended up getting deleted, or it never recorded. But it is what it is. I'll make it again and it'll be better than ever. And yeah, guys, stay frosty out there. Stay warm because it's absolutely freezing outside. It's like 15 degrees. It's like 50 degrees in Florida, which is crazy. So yeah, definitely a cold front hitting the East Coast. But we'll get through it alive. It'll be spring before we know it, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.